up guys, it's your boy Craziekind here and also Craziekind. I am a freelance videographer slash sometimes photographer, and I'm self-taught of all those things that I said now.
Okay, I'm Abigail van Heeren. I am a producer, kind of. I just recently graduated at the end of last year from SAE in Cape Town. I also write screenplays, did a touch of acting and a touch of directing, but yeah, that's my story.
Okay, I am Patrice Ifile, or Pat. Most people call me Pat. I'm a photographer, videographer in beauty, fashion, in portraits, So I come from a photography background, but I'm heading towards, film and stuff. And, maybe one day I'll be like Abby, producer.
You want to be
Kind of, on my way. I mean, I've done a few short films, but a feature is coming.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just want to welcome you guys to another video, and I want to welcome those guys that's watching us right now. So basically what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be Mind the Fly. We're going to be discussing about Ellie's journey in the film industry, especially from her coming out of studying film and stuff, and we're going to learn about her experience as well. And it's going to be another special surprise throughout this video, where she's going to show us a little something that's on the budget. We don't need to have all the fancy equipment, but we get to that later. But yeah, guys, you ready for this? And Pat as well. You're gonna bounce out here.
Let's go!
I'm ready to learn from Abigail.
Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, Abigail, tell us where your love for film came about.
Ooh, okay. Long story short, I didn't know what I wanted to do, at all, with my life. So I took a gap year, fucked around for 6 months, working on a farm as a farmhand, worked as a receptionist in a beauty salon, worked in a camping shop. Then I did a 3-month landscape design course, got a free photography course from Vega, so I went and did that, and I was like, oh shit, I actually really like this. Can I swear?
No, you just have to write.
Yeah,
It's fine, yeah. No.
So am I the only one that went and studied?
Yeah.
Okay. I only did 1 year.
No, it's just, so there's a lot of people that studied.
And would you have studied?
If I had
I just went into date.
For me, I'll do it if I had stable financial.
That's sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But there there's great stuff like YouTube. There's a pool of resources on YouTube. And just go watch No Film School. That is great. I mean, it's not so much from the South African perspective, but just from purely filmmaking. Stuff. And then also, you guys need to do this, okay? Next year, hopefully when Corona is done, they'll bring back Cape Town 48 hour.
Everything's a bit done.
Well, hopefully they'll bring back Cape Town 48 hour film festival, because that is what made me realize that I was on the right track. So I did that with a group of people last year, and you make the entire film from scratch in 48 hours.
Wow.
So you go and you pick a genre, you get given a character, a line of dialogue, and a prop that all have to be in your film, but you only get it at 7 o'clock on the Friday night. So you're going to have this big draw, and then everybody was mayhem. Everybody runs off to their teams. Tell your team you write through Friday night. Saturday morning, you start shooting. You can't hire any actors or anything. Nobody can get paid. So it's all nobody gets paid at all. And then you make this film, you gotta edit it, we had to do ADR, everything goes sideways, everything goes wrong, you find out halfway through Sunday, we don't have enough footage to make it the 4-minute minimum. So you gotta overcome all those things, and you pick a role that you think you're interested in, and after that, you don't sleep, you barely eat, you live off of Red Bull, and then after coming out of that weekend, and you've got this project and you've got a film, shit, sure, I made it in 48 hours, and we've done this, and then you realize you're what, how? And you're like, I can actually do this and I enjoy it no matter how hard it is, no matter how tired I am, no matter how much other nonsense is going on behind the scenes. You get through it and you have this product at the end of it and you're like, what?
I think that now goes down to being passionate about what you're doing. And like, if all the background noise and distractions don't bother you when you're working on it during that time, you tend to like, it shows that you're passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah, but like if people who are like doubting or they want, it's also a good way to get like a hectic experience quickly.
Yeah.
Because you're forced to make a film. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you get the opportunity, they're doing another one now, but it's quite expensive at the moment now because they're doing a global online one.
Yeah. What do you think also is like the film you see is like in Cape Town for like up and coming students, film students?
So I've been struggling to find work like hectically, and I think it's a combination of
was this
only
COVID or like
pre-COVID. So from December to Jan, I was applying, and not getting anywhere, not even getting replies from production companies. And then now I've just gone and like redone my show reel and everything, and like watched a lot of videos on how to make a good show reel. And I think that's really helpful because they give you a lot of tips. You don't want your show reel to just be just music and shots.
Yeah, for those who doesn't understand show reels, could you explain to us?
Okay. so your show reel is mostly just like a portfolio essentially. So you want to keep it short. You want to keep it I wouldn't push it past 3 minutes, and it's showing your best work. So you'll see if for cinematographers, then they have like their show reel is more on their shots and sorry, there's a fly. Their shots and how you're like, what's the right word? Like I want to say smooth, but not smooth. Just how good they are at transitions is an editing thing.
It's more like the highlights of your best work.
Your best
like
work.
Your CV, your resume.
Yeah. So often you'll have your resume or your CV, which is your written out thing.
Yeah.
Your show reel is like, these are my best works. So actors have show reels, directors, producers, audio guys have show reels. So it's just all your best projects in one, but you want to try and make your show reel smooth. You don't want it to be like, I've got like a horror film straight into a romance film, straight into a comedy.
So
you want to sort of like
consistency.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't all need to be like one genre. It's just like pick the scenes from those films that are good, but also like you may need to adapt audio levels from each film in your show reel so that it's like smooth and seamless.
So that's gonna allow you to get more job opportunities.
Yes, because like if your show reel's better, then obviously people will be like, oh, okay, you put effort into making your show reel, you put effort into your work, and you're like a hard worker, and we want to work with you.
So actually, like your introduction, it speaks to whoever sees it. Actually know more about you through your work.
It's almost like what you did to unpack, and you have to have a website, you have to have pages to show your work, so that more clients can,
It's like branding.
It is branding,
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you want to do film or?
No, I'm definitely going in that direction. I mean, like, there's a production company, let me say that we're running right now. Just we're still setting up stuff and seeing which direction we can go, like to be focusing on maybe weddings or music videos or if it's movies, it's just doing the research right now. But whatever feels like the best direction to go, that's where we're going.
Yeah. So then maybe what you actually should do, is you should try and get an opportunity to shoot one wedding, to shoot one music video.
Yeah.
To make one film. Like you can make a 1-minute film, and then you'll know, okay, I don't really like doing narrative films, and I really love doing music videos. Then you can know, okay, I want my production company to go more that way.
Yeah. No, I've done a couple of videos. I'm more of a fashion, fashion photographer, fashion videographer type of thing. So I've been doing a lot of videos with like fashion videos, and I've done a couple of music videos also. I don't put my videos online.
Yeah, see, that's a problem.
That's my problem, yeah.
I
But
also
then
never used to.
for me, whenever you work on something, you want it to be like a wow thing, and creatives.
It's never good enough.
It's never good
It's
enough.
never good. Yeah.
So Ted, or what camera do you use to capture your videos?
My video. I'm currently just using a Nikon D5300, but I've used like a Fujifilm TX3 and stuff.
What do you think?
Whenever I want to go 4K and stuff,
Yeah.
get a better slow motion in camera, then you just have to go all out. If you're working on a low project, low budget project, you have to somehow make a way to hire equipment which will suit the job that you're doing.
So what do you think, Amy? What is the best camera for anyone to start lighting from?
To start out, I don't know. To start out, it really just depends on the person. And like when I got my camera, I was 17, 18. So I've had that camera for what, 8 years now?
Which camera is that?
It's like a Canon 600D.
Canon 600D.
It's old. I use kit lenses. I feel like
it's not full frame, right? It's not full frame.
No. So I don't use that to film. If I'm filming a big project, then I actually have a DOP friend, and I get them. They'll either use their cameras or hire a Blackmagic. So it's all in there. You just need to have a computer that can handle it.
So that, since you do also films on the sides as well, sides photography, what programs do you use?
I use Final Cut most of the time. When I'm shooting, it depends what project I'm working on. If I'm working on a fashion film, I work on Final Cut, but then I do my color grading in Premiere Pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do
But then,
color grading in Final Cut as well, though.
Yeah. But then for me, that's where it goes. Like I don't like the color grading. That's when I do it in Final Cut. So I rather use it. I rather do it in Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
And but these like the past few projects that I've worked on, it's all been in Premiere Pro, like from the cutting, everything else, like the color grading, it's been done in Premiere Pro. Like I like the color grading in Premiere Pro, but then I heard that
Resolve's color grading is insane.
Yeah.
You won't even know yourself. Like just when you get free Wi-Fi, just go and download it.
I got it on the PC. It's just
okay.
You just didn't have the time to use it.
No, I want to make use of it,
Yeah.
No, and there's
because I
tutorials.
follow a lot of pages on Instagram, phone pages and stuff. And most of the people they use Resolve.
To resolve. Most color graders.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just get it and see how it works,
Any tips, Abigail, when using that program? So, like, what are the number one steps to take to get the best out of that software?
To get the best out of that software, number one, you need a laptop or a computer that can actually handle the program. So before downloading it, check your computer specs and check the specs on the website and see if they line up. And then also, I don't shoot in 4K. If I do have a project that's in 4K, I won't edit on my laptop because it'll just drag and be so slow. So you really need, it comes down to all sorts of things like
can't you create like proxies in the Resolve?
That's too complex for me. I'm not like an editor.
Oh, so
I just edit my own little projects.
Oh, okay, I see.
But on bigger projects, I'll hire an editor.
Because there's a thing that they call proxy, like you create proxies. So they do. I've done that in like Final Cut. Whenever you work on a PC, like can't handle the footage and stuff, just create the proxies and stuff. It makes your work easier. So you edit in like low res.
Yeah.
But then when you export, it's like high resolution.
Yeah.
So you're telling me?
No, you can do that in Resolve.
So
I just
proxy just reduces the quality.
It reduces the quality when you're editing.
Oh, okay.
But then you can export in that high resolution.
Okay.
So you can do that in Premiere Pro, but it's a bit complicated.
Yeah.
Like Premiere Pro, I don't know. Yeah, I've tried doing it.
Yeah.
They want this one program,
Yeah,
I kept installing it and it
Adobe
just doesn't
Code.
really,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So when you're working in Final Cut, then you can do that process.
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
This is gonna be a treat.
Let me
This
see.
thing I made cost me 50 rand. We had to shoot a 1 minute, like a one take 1 minute film, so we decided to shoot a horror film. So I made this with some PVC pipe
Okay.
and some glue.
You made it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the camera,
You see, that's why they
the
call
camera goes on here,
There's a reason why they call us creatives.
and
You make it work.
so it's not as stable as a gimbal, but you can do a lot with it. Like it's a lot. Like I've got very shaky hands, so for me it's also really nice because it's you can get that nice solid base using your whole shoulders and stuff, and not just like your wrists. So it works. And then we put this here, so we've often attached a light here, so
Okay.
your light is actually following with your camera, so it never changes.
Yes.
Or my
Interesting.
So you don't have to get
So when you put it here, does it you see when you're using a gimbal, right? It can move seamlessly. Size.
No, this is a screw.
So what happens though?
So the
So
camera,
what happens when you put at the camera here?
it's basically just like a tripod that you can
Oh, so
move.
it's the tight.
Tight-ish. I usually put a shoelace and I tie the shoelace. I promise you, it works. Just to be safe that the camera doesn't fall.
Oh yeah.
But hey, it works.
No, it's good.
You
I
know
mean, if your camera is stable and this is you shooting, and your camera is stable, you can move the way you want.
I ran through
You can
bushes
move,
with
you
this
can
thing.
move forward, backwards.
Exactly, and it's much more stable than just holding.
Just have the gimbal
Yeah.
on one side.
But the gimbal, obviously, because it's got all its mechanisms, it'll be stable.
Yeah.
So you can use with one arm and be stable. But if you're trying to shoot with a camera and you're shooting, you end up, if you look with this, it's like in line with my shoulders, like here. So it's at least got that solid base. Whereas if you're shooting handheld, you're holding the camera here with both your hands in front of you, and you end up with this triangle.
Yeah.
So you end up with this point that's unstable.
And it's shaking.
I'm driving a car.
And it's shaking.
And when you were making this is very interesting. When you were making this, did you have certain measurements in mind?
I
How you
googled
going
this.
to do that? Oh, okay.
I googled
So
and then I
everything
just
was
changed the measurements slightly. I made it slightly smaller. I mean, it works.
No,
It's good enough.
Is this the only one that you have, Abby? Is it more that you made?
This is the only one I have, but I've got friends who have made shoulder rigs. I've got friends who've made cranes. It's if you can't afford this stuff, ideally I would have a gimbal and stuff. Even just for shooting my own projects, I can't afford that. When I think about it, I'm not that into the photography, videography side. I'm more into the producing side. So for me, rather spend $50 on something that's good enough and you can get away with until maybe 10 years time I decide I want to go down that road.
Yeah, I see. Now it makes so much sense. So you see, that's what's good about the industry also. But you make use of what you have.
Yeah.
If you can come up with something and then it works something that's expensive, one of the equipment that's expensive. I mean, you don't need to buy that expensive equipment because you can make something that's not exactly the same, but it's working.
You can get a similar enough effect that people won't really know.
You know what I mean? So, that's what's good about
It
this.
also pushes yourself to be more creative as well. You come with new, innovative tools that you can use when you go.
It was a good afternoon I spent making this. Put on some music.
And you saved how many months?
3 hours.
3 hours.
But that's because the spray paint had to dry.
Oh yeah. I see.
So you saved 6,000 yen by just very technological.
I mean, we also had an outdoor shoot where we were shooting in this very dry landscape in the middle of summer. So we needed a diffuser, a big one.
Okay.
So to 2 meters by 2 meters. So I went to Pepco, bought a fitted double bed sheet, went back to build it, bought some more PVC pipes, built a diffuser. It worked.
Wow.
Would you make this? Would you have the time to
I have a technical background and
yeah, but you're still an engineer.
yeah, I have a technical background, so for me it's just a matter of having I can try and do it, but then I'm not so much informed, so what I'm using right now is more photography. It's
Yeah.
But as soon as I start going deep into this, I wouldn't mind trying out this stuff, like making my own equipment, you know.
Yeah, especially like Caleb said, if you're gonna buy a gimbal for 6,000 rand, I needed it for one project.
Yeah.
And we didn't have access to one because the one at the school had been taken out, and I'm not gonna spend that much money on it. Thing where we have a 1 minute film with no budget because I'm a broke student. I'm gonna spend $50 and just not get KFC the next day.
Alright.
No, so this is very important because it's what I noticed when I do videos and it's no budget. Sometimes you have to fork out cash from your own pocket.
Yeah.
Just buy like equipment, gimbals and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you can make something on your own, then you're saving a lot of bucks. And when it comes to business, the most important part is making profit. So if you going to be overspending on stuff you don't need, I mean,
or hire it, buy second hand. In Cape Town, there's so many places. Orms, for example, you can buy great quality second hand stuff from those.
Yeah. I don't like second hand. I like to give myself like.
I roll my eyes.
I like my own stuff and I know it's gonna last.
From scratch.
Yeah.
I'm from a family of.
Oh,
there's 4 of us kids, so I have had hand-me-downs that have been through 3 kids before it was mine. So for me, I'll buy second hand as long as I know that it's still in good nick.
Yeah.
Bro, if you want new stuff, man, just gotta be ready to
splash the
cash, man.
And hustle.
And hustle.
You know, but you know how it feels when you take out the cash and buying.
I'm very stingy. I don't like to release.
You're like, I want that gimbal, but not you. I'm not gonna pay that much.
Nah, isn't there something else that can look like Chinatown or Chinese? I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it's something that's.
Or make it.
Oh, make it, yeah. I don't know.
Just make it, you know.
I mean, it's not exactly a gimbal, like you can't do all the tricks, but
it's something.
It's something more than what you had before.
As long as it works, like that's the most important part. If it works,
who cares
what
what it looks like?
I mean, your clients, all they want is the
Yeah.
final product,
Yeah.
and now if it looks like,
I mean,
show
just
it to the keyboard.
like spray paint it black so that it looks like sleeker, like matte black spray paint. Done. Because when this thing was just the white PVC that was like shiny with the printed barcodes, it doesn't look so great. So I was like, let me just. That's a better place to end it.
First of all, how can people who want to like find you or get in touch with you? You know, what's the socials or content or email at because you can get someone that's watching you right now that want to partner with you and know more about you, get to know you further.
So the easiest way would just be my Instagram. That's the social media that I'm most active on, and by active I mean not so much.
Okay. What's the Instagram?
It's at ABBYLEA31, spelled ABBIELVA 31, the number 31.
And then you have an email address if they want to keep it like professional and be like, hey, can I?
Rather.
To do a for me?
My email is a bit haphazard, so rather just Instagram.
Okay, so if someone wants to come to ask you for a shoot now, would you do it?
Possibly, if it aligns, like obviously with the schedule and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so you're open.
Yeah, I'm open to collaborate, like to come work on shoots.
That's cool. Hopefully your friends could also join us in the next session.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thank you once again for watching this YouTube video. I just want to say thank you Pat and Abigail for joining me. Super stoked to learn so much from Abby and Lori that you made us. It was super cool.
Learned
so much today.
Something.
Yeah. Also thank you to Amy in the background as well.
I'm gonna shout.
She's been making sure that the camera wasn't right.
Yeah.
Did a pretty bad job.
Good job. Anyway guys, if you like, please like, subscribe and comment your thoughts or tell us what you would like to know for the next video. Keep in touch, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Any final thoughts?
Bye.
No, nothing.
Just say